We are live on YouTube. Yes, you are allowed to curse because the entire section of the internet cannot hear you. Everyone out there in YouTube, NASCAR Guy 3 Senior is voicing his displeasure. Tonight I am driving the 48 car with the throwback Homestead paint scheme from this year's 2018 championship race. You didn't get an invite? Okay, then I will send you an invite for the race. I'm probably going to qualify in the back as well, so I will be starting up in the back with you. I had thought that they had sent you an invite, that's why I hadn't sent one. And because I was getting my broadcast started up here. I do apologize. I will remedy that situation shortly. I'm going to be the one who's going to send you the invite. Just don't worry, you will receive an invite from me. If you don't from anyone else, you for sure will receive one from me. Well, please leave the 48 cars out of it. Thank you to whoever has decided to join in and watch the stream here. We are racing at Daytona International Speedway. Right now we're doing a little bit of a qualifying race. And as soon as the qualifying race is over, then we will be getting into the feature. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And as my compatriot, who is not allowed to be heard on stream, just said, you can sit back and drink an ice cold beer. Don't worry, he can hear you. Well, technically, I believe there's two 24s, but and the qualifying race is over. I did finish in 6th place with a little bit of damage because someone decided to chop down on my nose right before, whoever it is who was watching, right before you started watching, someone decided to chop down on my nose, and I was able to save it. We do have to look out a bit for the driver in the number 42 car in the main feature, though, because he is a little bit heated with a couple of the other drivers, and Daytona is a place where you can take out your anger. Okay, I have confirmation. It will actually be the 9 Mountain Dew car, so keep your eyes on the 9 car. And we are going to go off stream here for a couple of seconds. I am going to invite him to this race. And there we go. Now we're back on stream. And we're at Daytona. The 62 car with Deer Cajun Rainbow in it has qualified on the pole, and myself in the 48 car qualified second, with Mike 24 in the 24 car qualifying third. And don't worry, the two 48s who are in this race are in completely different paint schemes. Info is in the 48 Jimmy Johnson Foundation paint scheme, whereas I am in the 2018 Lowe's Final Ride paint scheme. Sadly, Info is not in this party chat, so we're not able to hear his end of the conversation. I am in the 2018 Homestead paint scheme. And I am starting on the outside front row. And it appears we have someone in an automatic right behind me because I was able to leap him off the start. The 24 and 48 have hooked up in the front. This racer and I, Mike 24 LS1, have done quite a bit of drafting practice together as of late. Practicing for a league race tomorrow night in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series League at Talladega. As a matter of fact, tomorrow night is the entire round of 12 in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series playoffs. "24, you are clear to come down." "24, stay on the bottom." Not that far on the bottom. I do have confirmation that NASCAR Guy 3 Senior in the number 9 car is up to was up to 5th and then got lag punched into the next month. 24 car, I am underneath you. 24 car, you are clear to come down. No, never mind. The 3 car of Mr. Turtle has closed that gap. And we now have 3 wide for second place, and the 24 and the 3 are in the wall. And Info in the 48 is now right on my bumper. Well, everybody, it is lap 3. I am doing my best to stay out front and lead here, be the Pied Piper. I'll try my best. I don't think I'll be able to keep it here, but I'm going to try. I mean, we should be able to run around here for a little while since there's so much longer left in this race. We do only have 11 laps left on fuel, so we will have to pit about, I believe, 9 times in this race. possibly 8 if someone is able to stretch it. But cautions and damage is on, so I am very glad I am in the lead, so I can do my best to stay out of trouble here. And it appears Info in the 48 car, the Jimmy Johnson Foundation car, is content to sit here pushing the other 48 car. Oh, I got a little bit squirrely in the corner, and Info had to back off, which I thank him very much for. This race would be a very different story if people weren't willing to back off. Info backed off quite a ways. It looks like he's trying to get a run on me. And he was willing to use that run to just push me along. We are going 203 miles an hour into turn 3. And mind you, everyone, this is a no setup race, so it is just preset setups in NASCAR Heat 3. And as of yet, we have not pitted, so we don't even have tire pressures in for pitting. I tapped the apron there slightly. Hopefully Info can get himself back in line. The top 3 are Nate 48LC, myself, Info Doesn't Miss, and Deer Cage and Rainbow. And then we do have quite a gap to 4th and 5th place, which are Mike 24 LS1 and Charfride, who are 2.2 and 2.3 seconds behind me respectively. Info is trying to pass on the high side. I don't know how well that's going to work because it does appear that the 62 is going with me. Deer Cage and Rainbow, I can confirm, has decided to stick with me in the 48 instead of going with Info. Info might want to try and slide back down right behind me, which he does. It is very hard to pass on the high side with these cars. You really want to just try and just be nice and steady. Oh, Info has taken the inside. I gave him a little bit too much room in turns 1 and 2. It's a drag race down the back, but he does have a draft, so he is going to pull ahead. Info Doesn't Miss is going to be first coming to the pit stops in a few laps, unless I can figure out some way to get by him. And we can look back there and see Mike 24 LS1 and Charfride. The front nose on these Camaros is a little bit pointed, so when I'm trying to push Deer Cage and Rainbow around, it's being a little bit squirrely on me. And I did go below the yellow line there, but I did not advance my position, so it is legal. I only did it to save my car. Deer Cage and Rainbow tries to pull to the outside of Info. I decide to leave him hung out to dry and go with Info. I do apologize, Deer, but you kind of gave me too big of a gap there. It appears Super Buick has taken out the 9 car of NASCAR Guy 3 Senior. And it does appear that maybe cautions are not turned on. NASCAR Guy 3 Senior, can you confirm, did you spin to the outside wall or the inside wall? It is confirmed that the 9 car of NASCAR Guy 3 Senior did spin into the outside wall, and there is a glitch where if the car spins to the inside, that it will not bring out a caution, but it should have brought out a caution if he spun to the outside wall. So it does appear that cautions may not be on. And if cautions are not on, then Mike 24, LS1, and Charfried are going to have a very difficult time catching the 3 of us in the lead. If cautions are on, there may be a caution coming out in a few laps. It does appear that we are low on fuel. We have 2 laps of fuel left. And I have spun out going on to pit road, so I am going to be way behind the leaders now. I am going to have to do my best to find someone to draft with to catch them. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. But I'm truthfully not sure I'll be able to. And at the moment, I am now in last place, 4 seconds behind Mike 24 LS1 and Andre Carlson in 10th. That was all my fault. I tried to push it way too hard coming down onto pit road, and I completely messed up. I did not make any contact, though, which was very fortunate. So I was able to avoid incurring any damage to my car, which would increase the pit stop time. Plus, I was able to very easily get by a few of these cars here. Mr. Turtle, I am passing right now for 6th because I am up to speed and he is not. I cannot confirm who the lead car is because I am in 6th place and cannot see who the leader is right now. I am coming up on the Hard Pickle in 5th place, and I am going to try and draft with him and see if we can go up and catch Deer Cajun Rainbow in 4th. But it does appear that there was a change for the lead at some point because Deer Cajun Rainbow was in 2nd and is now 4th. As I am trying to draft with Hard Pickle, he is quite a bit slower than I am, so I do have to really kind of feather it. And Mike 24 LS1 is now 4th place. It does appear that Deer Cajun Rainbow just passed him. I am under the hard pickle at the moment, so I am going to do my best to get past him, and hopefully he can drop right down in line with me, and we can go up there and run him down. And hard pickle did drop in down behind me, so he is able to draft with me. Hopefully we can do something. Info doesn't miss, is now 4th place, and Mike 24 LS1 is in 3rd. So during the pit stop cycle, Mike 24 LS1 and Charfried did catch up to the leaders, and that does mean that cautions are not on. Because there is no way that legally they were able to get up there if they went down to pit road speed. Which I believe the other 2 leaders did not realize that cautions were not on as well. So they wisely decided to go a safe speed onto pit road. I did not receive a penalty going down pit road because is NASCAR guy 3 Senior about to pit? What speed were you down pit road in the 9 car? NASCAR guy 3 Senior, I do have to ask, how far ahead of the leaders are you? And how close to the is there anyone behind you? And it does appear that I do not have enough drafting help because the hard pickle is quite slow and is not able to keep on my rear bumper at all. I'm only going 198 into the corners, whereas when I was drafting with Info and Deer Cage and Rainbow, I was able to go 203 miles an hour into the corners. I do have to ask, NASCAR guy, are you willing to attempt flying onto pit road, even though there's a chance that cautions could be on and you could receive a penalty? Because personally, I would like to know so I can test it, try it myself. I do have some annoying messages appearing on my screen, blocking my ability to see what my tires are at. Can you confirm our caution's on? They are off. Time to cause some mayhem. Next car that you find on the track is your target. I'm kidding. In other words, you're the only car one lap down and have nothing to lose. So you now have nothing to lose because you're the second car one lap down. I do see someone on pit road. So okay, my tire pressures are good enough that I should be able to go one more lap and then pit and not take any tires at all. My only tire that might be a little bit of an issue is my right rear. I did just inform Hard Pickle that I am pitting this lap. By pulling over to the left side, I informed him that I am pitting this lap. And I missed pit road and caused major damage to my vehicle because my car decided it wanted to just go straight instead of brake. I am now on pit road. I decided to go backwards along the track to go down to pit road. And I do have a 27-second pit stop, so I will probably be right close to a lap down. I had 12 seconds of damage to repair, so it's going to be close. Deer Cajun Rainbow just came into pit road when I pitted. Andre Carlson just passed me, but I am not a lap down because the leaders did pit. There are no cars within sight distance of me besides Andre Carlson, who is 5 seconds ahead of me. I just came off of pit road. Do you think that may be on purpose? Why would that be? because Andre did just pit. NASCAR guy, we do both have our laps back, correct? Come catch me and wreck me. Preferably, put yourself on the outside wall on the backstretch, and I'll do my best to pin myself onto your car and spin out. You do the same. I do apologize to the one person who's watching. I know that's not a very kind thing to do to everyone else, but keep spinning on the track, keep spinning on the track, keep spinning on the track. No, you're the free pass. And I made sure that I had just pitted so I could take the wave around, whereas you can pit now. I do apologize to the 24 car. I never intended for the leaders to get caught up in anything. Everyone is back on the lead lap. And now the people who took the wave around can fix any damage that they had. And now I can put in my tire pressures. Because I have not been able to put my tire pressures in completely the entire race. And I am very glad that I was able to miss every single one of those accidents that just happened. And even though most everyone just pitted at the previous caution, I believe everyone pitted again. I did lose one position to Don Mega because I did have to repair damage, whereas I believe he did not. And Info Doesn't Miss is actually all the way back here in 10th, right next to me. I do see the 9 car up there. Things are looking dicey. And we have been wrecked. And no caution came out. NASCAR guy, there is a 2 car behind you, so if you want to find him. That was delayed. 24, did you happen to have anything to do with that? Let me know, 24, if you had anything to do with that. I'm hoping you didn't, and I'm assuming you didn't because you're in 4th place, but the timing was a bit incongruous. I can confirm that the 24 had nothing to do with that. It was Deer Cajun Rainbow who must have caused the accident. I am back up in 2nd place along with Deer Cajun Rainbow. No, never mind, not Deer Cajun Rainbow, Char Fried. It appears the 9 car has been taken out. Very large accident which we have been caught up in because of some sort of lag issue. And I do have quite a bit of damage which I will need to repair. "24, you did not hit me. It was the 28 of Hard Pickle." "24, you are clean." Hard Pickle decided to stuff his nose in the middle 3 wide, and there wasn't enough room. And I am now at the tail end of the field in 11th place. I do concur with NASCAR Guy 3 Senior. There is quite a bit of lag going on this server. I would appreciate if no one else pits in front of me. Never mind. I can concur that the 24 car got taken out in that accident. Mike 24 LS1 was having a very good race up to that point. He is in the race. He is in 10th place at the moment. And it does appear that the 18 car of Charfried managed to slide his way in between the 248 cars. I am trying to push the 18 up to the outside of the other 48, and then I'm going to drop down and I'm going to support my Hendrick teammate. I did get pushed up to the high side there by the 18. The 9 car, just look out, he is going to wreck himself. And takes out the 24 car along with it, who had clawed his way up to 6th place. Such a shame. with a 43 coming up behind. I left you some room there. That hole looked very tempting. I decided not to pursue it. And again, this YouTuber is very glad that he did not allow the other person in the party chat to be on his YouTube stream. This does appear to be a 5-car draft at the front of the pack. And the 43 car did try to give me a bump draft when I had to let off the gas a little bit to stay off of the 9. So it got him a little bit squirrely. I did get on the apron in the tri-oval just there. Somehow I managed to save it. Nine car, I gave you a lot of space there. On my screen, it's you that's all over the place. He's actually staying fairly steady. The 43 car gave the bottom up. Oh, 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 oh. The 9 may not like that the 48 car is now behind the 48 car. I do apologize to the 9 car. Hitting him at that point on the track was a little bit iffy. Would the 9 like another 48 car in front so that we can have a bit of a train going where I can easily stay on the bottom lane? And I will take that as a no. I was talking about this 48. And slide in, slide in, slide in, slide in. We were able to make that swap work just like the days of 2012 Talladega and Daytona. And this YouTuber's hands are starting to kill. This is the point where I really wish I had a wheel. Don't get me wrong, YouTube. I can afford a wheel, but truthfully, I prefer a controller. I have 5 laps of fuel. I did not pit at the last stop. Don't worry, we'll pull by him in the corner. Does the 9 car agree that I am able to hold the bottom line a little bit better than the other 48? Nine car, I do apologize for going up a little bit there. And I do thank you to the second person who decided to join our live stream tonight. If you'd like to leave a comment down below in the description telling me what I can do better, feel free to do so. What would that? There are some races where I already do commentary for, and and I am open to doing commentary for some races. And I will be able to do the championship race at Indianapolis for another league. I will be doing the commentating for it. That'll be a fun race. It'll be a full distance race at Indy that I will be commentating for. I do admit right now that I just received my fuel warning, and I will be pitting not this lap but the next one. I'm going to start slowing down coming out of turn 4. Two right side tires and full fuel. My wedge is at 48.9. My tires are at 48s on the left sides and 50s on the right. And 50s on the right. I do believe I got it below 55, so hopefully I can save it. I did not get it below 55. I did receive a 15-second penalty, so I will have to work my way back up, and hopefully I will be able to find a drafting partner. I do believe that there were people who were back behind the pack by quite a ways, so hopefully I'll be able to do something about that. And that does mean that I will be lapped here for a while, but I should get back on the lead lap quite easily. The 24 car is about 8 seconds in front of me, with the 18 car of Charfride about 10 seconds behind me. 24 car, it does not pay to slow down to pick me up unless you want to try and draft all the way up to 8th place. But I assume that you still have to pit, so I am going to hold off. And everyone in the 24 car who I am talking to is my good friend Mike24 LS1. We do race quite often on here, most of the time in the plate tracks or in the Cup Series, but he is a very accomplished dirt track racer who is one of the top dirt track racers in this game. Just don't get in a lobby with him in dirt if you're not willing to get past, because he will pass you. I can confirm that I am 8 seconds behind the hard pickle. I do hear the telltale sounds that there could have been a wreck up ahead. I did think I heard some squealing of tires from somewhere. But it does appear that it was a single car incident. I am not the next car behind you. No, I'm not. Andre Carlson is in between us, but a lap down. And I have backed off of him, so... Nine car. If I get caught up in it, I'll probably get caught up in it, truthfully. Turn right, turn right, turn right. I don't think it worked. But that is Charfried right behind you, right next to you. Here in the 48 car, I would very much appreciate a wreck right about now, but I doubt I'll get one. Because not only did I get forced down pit road, I also was given a penalty. Still on pit road. Even better, Char Fried and Deer Cage and Rainbow are right behind you. He saved it. Hello? Okay, I did not do that. I have no idea what just happened right there, everyone. But it does appear that my race is over. Thank you for watching along, everyone, and have a great night.